What's going on, everybody? We're going to talk about high yield dividend funds and investing in them. Does that make you a moron? Because that's what people think. Let's talk about it. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right. First off, there's like a group of people that invest in high yield dividend funds, myself included, and a vast majority of people that do not, that invest old school style, right? And they're not jealous of you. You know, when they, come at you from some social media platform and they tell you, you're doing it wrong, they're not jealous. They just think you're a freaking idiot. That's what it is. They think, oh, this moron's going to lose all his money gambling away on these things. There's a reason why they think that. And the reason they think that is because they're scared. That's the number one reason. The number two reason is they are unable to adapt to different market conditions and different market instruments, right? And they are stuck in a single mindset. And that's it. They can't adapt. They're scared. And on maybe a lesser degree, they're just not educated on it. And we're going to dive more into that. But first, I want to talk about some YouTubers right now. YouTubers, they're coming out the woodwork to bash these funds. Why are they doing it? Well, number one, for the clicks. That's why they're doing it. Now, the clicks, what will that get them? Some, it'll bring them money from YouTube, right? They want to make whatever YouTube will pay them. Then there's a second group of people which are even more dangerous and more foolish. They are creating these videos. They could be, there's YouTubers out there that are millionaires bashing these funds. Why are they doing it? It's not for the YouTube money. It's for the attention that you are bringing to them. They crave attention because it's missing in their life. So they put out negative videos to get the clicks, to make them feel good about themselves. They want the attention. They know you will click on that video and give them what they want. When they pull up and they see how many views are coming up there, whether they're positive or negative comments, they don't care. They want the views. They want the attention. Stop giving it to them, right? Period. Don't even click on it. It's stupid. And I'm going to tell you why it's stupid. All these people that are bashing these funds, like I said, at the beginning, basically, they're scared, right? They're absolutely scared. And why are they scared? Because their big thing to say is anything that pays over a 10% yield is a yield trap. And I heard this from a gentleman I respect highly in a voice chat a couple days ago. And I didn't argue it. I just talked to him, asked him a few questions. I obviously never got heated. I'm never going to argue with someone over the internet. That's just foolish, right? That's just stupid. For me anyway. Why would I do that? So, he said they're a yield trap. And I didn't argue it because of course it's not true. Why would I argue about something that I know is absolute fact? There have been covered call funds going around for a very long time. We're not just talking about Yieldmax and Defiance, which haven't been out that long. We're talking about ones that have been out way longer. QYLD, that thing's been around for 10 years. You can see all kinds of people who have made way more than their money back and are living on house money now for years. And they still call it a yield trap. Unbelievable, these people. But that's what they do. They're coming from a place of fear and unable to adapt to anything outside their comfort zone. If you like my content, please gently caress the like button. I'd appreciate it. Okay, next. Selling cover calls and selling puts have been around a very long time. You as an individual can do this on any fund you want, obviously, that has options and a premium and an IV that you would like. Just because now this time-tested, okay, and very profitable and reliable strategy is now put into an ETF, all of a sudden it's a scam, right? That you cannot talk to these people because their fear is so strong, you cannot get through it, right? The fight or flight instinct is very strong with us as humans. We're animals. They have a flight instinct. You're not breaking through that. There's no reason to even argue that. Okay. QQQY and Defiance. This is people's big argument on these funds, and they're saying they are unsustainable. Why? Because they're selling puts on indexes that generally go up over time. That's a bad strategy. That's your argument. You know, you can't reason with these people. It's absolutely phenomenal from my standpoint just to read and talk to people like this. Now, and then they'll say, what about a black swan event? What if that's going to destroy these? Guess what it's going to do? It's going to destroy a lot of things. But guess what? I'm going to collect a lot of premium as a black swan event is coming for my QQQY, because the put premium is going to be through the roof. So we're going to collect a lot of premium for that, while our initial, stock price tumbles. And then guess what? The market will come back like it always has since the market's inception. The market hasn't been destroyed by Great Depressions. It hasn't been destroyed by wars. It hasn't been destroyed by anything like that. It will come back. That's just what it does. But like I said, these people come from a mental block of fear and out of their comfort zone. And that's okay. That's understandable. They would rather have Walmart. They would rather have Coke. They would rather, do some very reliable things that have been around for a very long time. And that's okay. That's good for them. That doesn't mean it's good for me. Okay, next. I was a non-believer in these funds. I am a convert, right? What happened was when Tesla came out, I said everything all these people are still saying, right? They're still saying all this stuff. And when Tesla and OR came out, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Why would it work? The NAV continues to go down. The dividends won't replace it. It wasn't until I sat down and really thought about it and put pen to paper with dividends and when when I say our family, initial investment would be paid off. And then it wasn't until I got into watching Kamir on Discord or on YouTube, and then Retire on Dividends on YouTube. It wasn't until I started watching them that I could really comprehend the true power of these. Now, both of these guys have totally different strategies than I do, but it made me realize that these will work. And then I was still a non-believer. So you know what I did? I joined Kamir's Discord server. I'm like, okay, I got to see what these morons are talking about, because I was coming from a mental place of fear and staying in my comfort zone that I've been in for over a decade of doing this, right? Of trading and investing. I didn't want to get out of that. I couldn't comprehend anything that would get out of my comfort zone. So what I do? I go to Kamir's Discord server months and months ago, and I start asking questions. And some of the questions made people uncomfortable. Some of them would come at me. But it wasn't until I got in a voice chat and I talked to a guy named Matt. He's an Australian gentleman over there. And I started hammering him with questions. And he probably got frustrated with me because I probably talked to him, 5, 6 different times during this process of learning these funds. And they made me think. And that's a huge compliment that I can give out to someone. Someone that can actually make me think and change my whole perspective, because I came from a growth mindset of trading and investing. It wasn't until I talked to these gentlemen that they helped me. When they didn't help me, they didn't lead me to some cult, right? But they made me think. And I was able to think for myself, rationalize for myself, and realize I should have been doing this a long freaking time ago instead of just the last 5 months that I've been invested in these. So I do owe a debt of gratitude to Kamir and Mark from Retire on Dividends, because these guys help me. And I think when I retire here in a year, they're going to help my family immensely. So I owe a debt of gratitude to both of these gentlemen and their communities for helping me think. So guys, I really appreciate you. If you guys watch us, I don't know if the two big dogs will watch us or not, but if they do, guys, I owe you. Thank you. So that's what I want to talk about today. If you disagree with anything I said, please feel free to drop it in the comments. Maybe you can make me think. I have a Discord server. If you like to talk stocks, charts, and high yield dividend funds, come on in. I'll leave a link in the description. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.